Welcome everybody to this collective reading for the 1111 portal that we have passed through this week. So I wanted to pre-shuffle, look at what the energies were for all of us to be moving towards as a frequency, as a collective in this time in November as we go in towards Pluto moving into Aquarius. So welcome, my name is Catherine, and this is a collective reading for the frequency and the energy that we can all come together to work towards and embrace and embody and then emanate to help this evolution of consciousness, this massive jump that we're in at the moment. So let's begin. I did start with bringing in the cards, oracle cards, and what I'm going to do is when I've just described what I've seen for us all, I will then clarify with some tarot and some very beautiful chakra cards, because I think when we focus into the energy centers in the body as we are all moving through these shifts, there's sort of a general consensus of where we're feeling these trigger points as we move and change through these frequencies, through these new quantum fields, through this new arrangement of reality that we perceive, experience, and are creating. So I'm going to start with what first came out this morning as I worked with Spirit and asked for guidance. So interestingly, what I decided to do, I took each card as a request for each sign. So this card came out for Aries, and every sequential card goes Aries, Taurus, all the way through to Pisces. And it's such a beautiful communication. I wanted to actually create this as a deepener, as a overall for our combined energies together as one collective message for alignment to the whole energy system of humanity at the moment. So welcome to this reading. If you haven't been here before, thank you for stopping by to watch. I hope this helps. I hope this serves. Please do like, share, and definitely subscribe, because it just helps the messages A, come up in your feed, and then B, help the channel grow, which will bring these messages out to more and more people. So it's very, very helpful, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that help. So let's begin. This was, as I said, the Aries card. So it came as action. And this, I feel, is like a fundamental energy and a frequency for us all to begin to really think about and contemplate what is the correct action to take for this new year coming towards us, for the last part of this year 2024. What action can we begin now? Because everything is now moving into transformation in 2025. Everything is changing. We're going to feel massive energetic changes. We're going to feel and see and experience changes globally in all manner of areas, in all manner of things. So just inviting you to think on a personal level, what action do you want to take within the rest of this channeled communication from Spirit for the collective soul guidance and evolution? Action can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And there is are all dynamics that we can all start to think about, look into and contemplate. It could be physical, needing to look at what it is physically you want to take action on in your life. It could also be, likewise, sort of psycho-emotional, spiritual actions that you would like to take. Perhaps you would like to investigate a new spiritual journey. Perhaps something like channeling, reading tarot and oracle cards is opening up to you. Perhaps traveling into very deep spiritual texts and communications like A Course in Miracles is opening up to you. This is the most profound path of action, I think, that anyone can take at the moment to really look at their mind, look at the way that they are perceiving reality, and hopefully receive change and relief and new thought processes as you embark upon A Course in Miracles. I highly recommend that. And again, it may be that it's tarot, oracle, channeling, these deeper spiritual, mindful actions that we can take in our life to help ourselves and help those around us. And tapping into our gifts is paramount at the moment. As AI comes on board, we need to be taking action into understanding ourselves, taking ourselves into our sovereignty, into understanding who we truly are, what we're here to do, why we're here to do it on a human soul level. So action was that key communication this morning, followed by inner peace, followed by enlightenment and taking risks. So soon as we start individually to take action, we're going to start to have a sensation of inner peace, because when we're stuck not taking action, whether that's personal or on a collective global scale, there is a sensation of stress, in the body, in your mind. You need or you want to do something. And if we're not taking that action, that inner peace gets lost. And as soon as we take action, the inner peace starts to unfold itself, because we've taken the action, the direction. And that inner peace can orchestrate peace as a sort of a wave rippling out from you into the collective. So it's this individuality within the whole. We are all extremely unique expressions of a divine blueprint, a divine matrix. And that unique expression is so personal to you. And one of the other journeys you can take or take action on is understanding that by looking at your gene keys. I'd really recommend that. Richard Rudd has created, channeled the gene keys, and these are the most powerful tools in this time, I believe, as well as perhaps the human design, if you're coming across human design, and putting these two things together to understand yourself and then be able to take correct action, aligned action, holistic action in your life, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially. When we do this, Spirit guidance this morning was saying we're having enlightenment arrive. And I can honestly attest to having taken action on those whispering nudges from Spirit to do certain things, act upon certain things. I have then definitely experienced inner peace. That peace unfolds enlightenment. Enlightenment isn't sort of disappearing off the earth and not being here physically present and giving your gifts. Enlightenment means you've just seen it. You sort of self-illuminated from the inside out, and that self-illumination is the most powerful gift of action that we can then offer to the world. And it does sometimes mean that, we're taking a risk. That risk taking, but as we can see, this beautiful bird is just soaring in the air with clear sight, that deep, clear sight, that as we take a risk to take action towards something we're being called to take action upon, and it's going to be very different for each and every one of us because this is a collective reading. It could be in all those areas: emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, financial, or just one or two that you're concentrating on. It could be a complete change, a complete recalibration of your whole experience of yourself, of your life, of everything that's going on. Then Spirit said it was amazing that these things are bringing a thriving sensation, or a thrive, to the energy in you and the collective vibrational field. So thriving is the complete opposite to not thriving, obviously, and I'm saying that with a smile in my voice because it really doesn't feel like our world is thriving at the moment. It feels like it's struggling. So opposite would be struggling. So when we start to take action on those inner calls to the actions we need to take, inner peace is arising. Inner peace, when we're not feeling stressed, when we're not fearful, when we're not worried, when we're not exhausted, is bringing this enlightenment. And the enlightenment allows us to see clearly, much more clearly, from a higher perspective, a more spiritual perspective, to enable us to take a risk that will bring us into a thriving energy, personally, locally, globally, collectively. So I think that's a really beautiful and powerful kind of step-by-step process that we've been guided to through this 1111 portal. I definitely have felt that since the weekend. Then we're being asked to focus on the community aspect. Such a beautiful card. And interesting, this was Virgo's card, and the community groundedness in the forest, this transformational grounded energy in community. I think that's very beautiful and very clear, because we can get lost in big cities. We can get lost on the internet in the sensation of this global connectivity. But we have to be very aware of the community around us, a community that's supporting us, and how can we take action? How can we bring peace and thrive to our community? It could be that you have a global online community. That's very normal these days, The global village feeling, for me, is very real. And yet for others, it's much more local. And so they're asking us to take those steps which will bring this healing of the chaos. Healing of chaos. And we can all definitely attest to the chaos in the world that we're experiencing. The healing of chaos will bring new beginnings, personally and collectively. So I believe we're in a new dawn of humanity at the moment. This new dawn of humanity is so powerful. It will heal the chaos that we're experiencing and seeing around us, both in our personal lives, in our local communities, and in that global village sense. And I say global village because I feel that brings this sense of community, this sense of like we are all one big community, humanity. We really are. And we've lost this perspective, definitely. And this guidance to change that, to bring in change. Again, this came through. Just so stunning, this message. And I'm so glad that I felt that call to put it together as a collective message, because as I said, this was all individuals, and you can see the short messages if you click onto the short tab on this channel. So change is bringing this transformation, deep transformation, personally and collectively. Transformation is needed so that we can go forward. We can go forward. We really can. Because when things sort of reach rock bottom and things, we know that chaos needs to be healed, we can bring forward change. We can bring forward transformation. And then this, Spirit was saying, is going to move us into abundance, personally and collectively, and for Gaia. Look at this look at these beautiful wild flowers, the colors, nature, abundance in nature, abundance. And that is like a deep core need for all of us, and we can bring it and we can receive it, and there are these steps to move through to really help this process. And this is such a beautiful collective message. And to reconfirm all of this, I then worked with the Moon Oracle, and it just came out like exactly the same succinct message. Your dreams need a practical plan. So we need to take action. We need to take this action. And we all have dreams. And the dream of the world, the dream of the collective dream is for peace, is for transformation, it's to change, it's to transform, it's for abundance. So if you have a dream, take action on it, listen to it. It will bring that inner peace, enlightenment, and that sense of, even if it's taking a risk, it will bring thrive to you, to us all. So then, if we do that, we have and can expect powerful change. So powerful change can feel overpowering, right? So the suggestion was to then bring in meditation and contemplation, to quieten it down, to feel that ease and release into just the sensation of the change being not too intense, okay? Because they also were showing me this power card when I did the first shuffle of the cards. That looks overwhelming and a little bit scary. And so I feel that this meditate and contemplate is this coming into sitting, coming into quietness. And you can join me in these two things on this channel weekly, and meditate and contemplate. And it just slows everything down. It brings you into right choice, right alignment, right action, and definitely inner peace. So let's just see together as a collective in this 11/11 November 2024 portal reading, what else spirit guides, angels, higher dimensional beings, galactic presence for channeling wisdom, avatars, bodhisattvic Buddhas. This is the invitation for that information to come through into this collective reading. Wow, so death is here, and death is this transformation. So reconfirming, I feel that we are in a massive portal of change and transformation. It's going to be powerful. Expect powerful change, but it's going to heal the chaos. So we're not to be scared of this. It's just a communication that there is spiritual transformation, new beginnings. We are letting go. There are endings coming. There is change. There is transition. Sudden or unexpected upheaval, release, cleansing, purging, revitalization, stripping away the worthless matter. So as we move from 3D to 5D, we're seeing this 3D matter, the densities, just being stripped away. And that can sound very highfalutin and esoteric and metaphysical, but we can see that in our monetary systems as an immediate communication of stripping away the worthless matter, because we can see that digital currencies are coming in. Yeah, digital currencies are decentralized systems. This will completely transform monetary systems as we go into the next 20 years with Pluto and Aquarius. Then it's saying liberation through purgation here in this card. It's such a on-time message and so accurate for this read. Liberation through purgation. So whatever you need to take action on in your life to liberate things that are not needed anymore, things that you're doing, how you're being, change it. Go on a cleanse. Water fasting, amazing. I love water fasting. I love intermittent fasting. It helps that purgation. Meditation and contemplation will definitely cleanse and clear the mind and bring spiritual transformation. So there's a very powerful kind of little mantra that we can work with here. I'm willing to let go of a past version of myself. I'm willing to let go of a past version of myself. So take action and you will have that new beginning. You will have that sense of thriving coming back when you've taken that action. And it is highly likely that it will be very enlightening and very transformative as you go forward and bring abundance to you and to the community you work with or you live in or that is helping you. Then we had budgeting, and I love this. I was just talking about money and the digital currencies, the Four of Pentacles. So as a collective, we're being asked to budget. And you know what, I absolutely think this again is spot on for this spiritual transformation that's needed. We need to adjust our mindset around capitalism, around money. Kate Raworth has an amazing book, Doughnut Economy. If I can find the book, I'll put the link below, but you can find that on Amazon or any good bookstore. And this exponential sort of spending and not budgeting, not honouring our possessions that we already have. You know, that for me is also a key change that many of us can make to support our world. So the less consumerism, the less over consumerism, the better off we all are, because we're not depleting the resources of the planet. So it's not to say that consumerism is bad. We all want to create things. We all would like to experience things, have things, do things. You know, fundamentally that is consumerism. But overconsumption of that is where we start to spiral down into, you know, the depths of actual poverty, because we are not budgeting and we're not saving and we're not creating, we're not actually creating wealth, we're creating poverty, and we can see that in the world. So the Four of Pentacles, this budgeting, making sure that you are aware of where you can budget. at the moment. There's a very, very clear message. This is going to bring more financial stability to you and to us all. It's going to bring more financial security to that mindset at the moment. So maybe the action you need to take is financial, and that we need to be budgeting. We need to be saving for something. Saving is so hard at the moment. The whole world is in quite a financial evolution or devolution. It comes in waves. It's not permanent, but this is a clear message here. Not to be greedy, not to be too materialistic in these changing times. And Four of Pentacles, we can create wealth, but through budgeting, through mindfulness, through awareness. So that's interesting. Let's just see if there's any last communication here with the tarot for this collective 1111 portal message, which I feel was like a massive change point. Actually, it really, really, really did open something up. Okay, the Tower. Yes, everything is overlaying here in the same communication. The Tower is chaos, destruction, upheaval, trauma, unexpected change. And this chaos card that was here, unexpected change can cause chaos. We're looking at tragedy, but we're also looking at revelations with the Tower. So as Pluto moves into Aquarius, more and more truth is going to come into the light. The Tower can cause confusion, pain, natural disasters. And here we are, collapse of an old way of life, shattering false beliefs. This is not to be like a doomsday message here, but I, as a seer, as a purveyor of the deep quantum fields, I have felt things like this coming for, since 2020. And even before that, my system was picking it up. Right now, we are moving in massive planetary transitions, and we're moving in massive consciousness evolutions within the brains of human beings, within the minds connected to the quantum fields here on Earth. So this is not, again, high esoteric, not being here message. This is, we are here, these changes are happening, and to prepare, we can take these steps, we can take action, we can move towards inner peace, we can choose enlightenment of ourself, inner illumination, understanding who we are, why we are, what we are, why we're here. It might feel like it's taking a risk, or you might need to take a risk. You might need to switch your job. You might need to leave your job. You might need to take a break, a sabbatical. You may need to start working. As a hands up. Yeah, we might, to bring Thrive to the community, the global village, so that we can heal the chaos and allow this new beginning, this Tower energy. These are new beginnings, and this death energy, transformation energy, to really bring us into new abundance. This is nothing like we've ever seen before. It's going to be completely different as we go forwards and change. Wow, this is powerful. So I would like to ask for guidance on the collective, looking at what chakra today, tomorrow, going forwards for a while, as to what chakra is needed to be meditated and contemplated on. This is just perfect. This came out yesterday, and I think solar plexus chakra energy is what I've been feeling has been being worked on, and it's here where we can feel fear, we can feel panic, we can feel grief, we can just feel this intensity. And I believe very strongly, and we can see this autonomy card here, that this is an activation. And we can meditate and contemplate on this personally, individually and collectively, as to autonomy. What does that mean for you? And this is perhaps the most profound action that any one of us, let alone all of us, can take to bring this peace and transformation into the world as we move onwards here. So this solar plexus guidance to come into this awareness, come into maybe a contemplation on it for yourself or for the collective, is a very beautiful, very simple meditation here, contemplation on autonomy. I move beyond the limits that my ancestors, society, and I have unconsciously placed upon me. I am free. I recognize myself as an autonomous being of infinite possibility and potential. I am free to shine my light and strengthen my ego as I discover my potential. Wow, I am free to shine my light and strengthen my ego as I discover my potential. I am a limitless being. So that is just a beautiful place to sort of bring this all together and draw your attention to the gene keys. And you can visit genekeys.com. Richard Rudd is the channeler of this information, and you can download a free profile. You'll need your birth date, place of birth, and if you have it, time of birth, and it gives you the most incredible profile, hologenesis overview of who you are, why you are, what you're here to do. It's going to give you a deep insight into your life's work, your soul purpose, and how you can best work in community to create prosperity. The action, if any action, apart from all I've suggested, would be that one action to take. And it may be a risk for you to look so deeply inwardly, meditate and contemplate on yourself to bring forward this autonomy. In autonomy, you become a limitless being. And that limitless energy that we can begin to feel inside of ourselves when we're aligned to correct work, we are aligned to mission, vision and purpose, will bring this powerful change that we need, where fear and sort of this lack of courage and inactivity that you may be feeling, and a lot of us feel on a collective level, will ease, and that transformation going forward will bring the changes we all know we're seeking and needing. So I want to say thank you for listening, and I hope this has helped with some motivation and some inspiration to just move forward, to go forward and take that action. So thank you so much for being here. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again soon. And if you do take any action, or you've been thinking about your gene keys, or it's something you already work on, please comment below. I'd love to know about your journey. Okay, until we connect again, see you soon.